The king has extended Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex and Olive Branch, by inviting the couple to his coronation. The king is following a familiar footprint as he battles to include Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, in family events, a royal commentator has said. His Majesty had the Duke and Duchess of Sussex added to the guest list for his coronation, but the couple has yet to confirm whether they will attend. Author Gareth Russell said the invite should not come as a surprise, as the king has a track record for trying to broker deals between feuding sides of the royal family. Speaking to US Weekly, Russell said, "This has been a recurring theme in his life. Actually, I found out that in the late 1960s and early 1970s, when Charles was still pretty young, he was one of the only members of the royal family who was prepared to go over to Paris to visit his great-uncle, Edward VIII, and Wallis Simpson." He said to the Queen Mother and to the Queen, "I think we should try to build bridges between this side of the family." He thought his great-uncle and aunt should be brought back into the fold a bit, so there is a past track record of Charles doing things like this, and, in that sense, it tracks as consistent with what we know of him as a person. Following his abdication in 1936, Edward VIII moved to France and quickly married his longtime lover, Wallis Simpson. The former king took on the title of Duke of Windsor and spent the majority of the rest of his life in de facto exile abroad. The couple did briefly return to the UK on several occasions over the decades, but never quite reconciled with the royal family. Russell argued the coronation invitation could also prove to be a wise PR move from the king. Speaking to the Royally US podcast, he added, "I also think you catch more with honey than vinegar. If one side, rightly or wrongly, is perceived as being the side that complains and has had a real run of publicity, of interviews that are stating the same thing, then a very sensible PR move is for you to say nothing, or when you say something, to say something positive. So I think it's a mixture of personal and pragmatism that has prompted him to do that." A spokesperson for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex said earlier this month the couple would not yet confirm if they will be returning to the UK to attend the coronation. It has since emerged Harry and Meghan made a series of demands for the palace to meet before they guarantee they will attend. Among the alleged requests is for them to appear alongside the rest of the royal family on the balcony of Buckingham Palace following the ceremony. But the king has been tipped to follow in the footsteps of the late Queen and limit the traditional outing to only his direct heir, Prince William, and his family. During her late Majesty's last appearance at the palace, she only had then Prince Charles with his wife Camilla, the then Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, and their 3 children.